Hello friends, today we will be doing 2023 SMC Grade 6 paper. This is part 2 of the video wherein we will be solving questions from question number 17 to question number 32. There's an earlier video where I have solved which was part 1 wherein I have solved question 1 to question 60. So this is the other part. Let's just solve. Question number 17. The below figure is made up of three identical isosceles triangles ABC, PQR, XYZ, and angle QPR is 43 degrees. Now, if you see this angle is 43 and all these lines are parallel to each other. So this is the transversal, this is the transversal. And so in this case, in this triangle ABC, this is 43. So this will also be 43 because these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. Also this and this line is parallel. So this is 43. This will be 43 because they are corresponding angles. So this is 43, then this is also 43 corresponding angles. This is 43 and anyways, they said they are all identical isosceles triangles. So this is 43, this is 43, 43. So we can say angle X is also 43 because they are identical isosceles triangle. And angle N will be 180 minus 43 because base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal and all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degree angle sum property. So if you do 180 minus 86, you will get 94. So you found angle N, you found angle X. Now we have to find angle M. Now, if you see in this triangle, if this is 43, this will also be 43 corresponding angles. And this will also be 43. So if you see, this is the angle, this is 43, we have to find angle M. So since these are straight lines, angle M will be 180 minus 43, which is 7, 15 minus 4, 1. 17 minus 4, which is 13. So 137 degrees. So angle M is 137 degrees. So you have to find the sum of angle M plus N plus X. So we add it up. 137 plus 94 plus 43. So you get 274 degrees. So the final answer is 274 degrees. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 18. Eunice, Fanny, and Gloria shared the cost of buying a watch for their father. Eunice paid 30% of the cost, while Fanny paid 35% of the remaining amount. Gloria paid the rest of the cost. There was a 20% discount when they bought the watch. Eunice paid $348 for their share. How much did Gloria pay for the watch? So, assuming, let's just first calculate the shares. Assuming the cost of the watch was $100, just assuming is $100. So how much was their share? Okay, so Eunice shares was 30%, so that means $30, while Fanny paid 35% of the remaining amount. So how much was remaining? We do 100 minus 30, so 70. So 35% of 70, which is 35 into 7 divided by 10. So Fanny paid 24.5, whereas Gloria paid the rest of the cost. So that will be, so we do 100 minus 30 minus 24.5. So Gloria paid 45.5 if the cost of the watch was $100. So this was their share. More since there is a, so now there's a 20% discount on the watch. So there's a 20% discount. So you had to pay only $80. $80. Okay, so there was a $20 discount. So we have to recalculate these values. So again, there'll be a 20% discount for all of them. So 20% on this will come to uh, that'll be $24 and 24.5 into 0.8. So that will be 19.6 and 45.5 into this. So this will add up to $80 and this was $100, 20% discount. So this is the amount that they had to pay. So now Eunice paid $348 for her share. So assuming her share was 24x because we don't know the total value. So Eunice's share was 24x, which was $348. So how much was the total amount? The total amount is x. So 348. So 14.5. So 14.5 is the ratio in which it is divided. So what is the amount of the watch? Is 100 because we calculated this 100 into 14.5, which is 1450. This is the cost of the watch. How much did Gloria pay for the watch? So Gloria paid 1450 into 36.4%. That will be so let's just calculate 1450 into 36.4 divided by 100. So Gloria paid 527.8. Since we have to round it off to the nearest dollar, it'll be $528. So Gloria paid $528 for the watch. Let's move on. Question number 19. Liz and Alex had 345 together. Liz spent 1/7 of her money and Alex spent 3/4 of his money. In the end, Liz was left with thrice as much money as Alex. How much money did Alex have at first? Now, assuming, suppose Liz had X, or since it's in 1/7, so let's just assume Liz had 7x money and Alex had, let's just assume he had 4x because the denominator is 4. So the first equation that we have is 4y. 7x plus 4y is $345. That is the first equation. Then Liz spent 1/7 of her money. So Liz had 7x and she spent 1/7 of 7x. So she spent x. So how much was remaining? 6x. And Alex spent 3/4 of 4y, which is 3y. So remaining was just 1. This is the remaining or left, so as to say. Okay, then in the end, now this is the equation. Liz was left with thrice as much money as Alex. So Liz had so much money, Alex had so much money. So this was equal to 3y. So we can say y is equal to 6 over 3x, which is y is equal to 2x. Now we have this value and we can substitute in here the value of y. So we get 7x plus 4 into 2x equals to 345. So we have 7x plus 8x equals to 345. So this is 15x equals to 345. Therefore, x equals to 345 over 15, which is 223. So x is 23. Yeah. So now we can say x is 23. So y is 2x, which is 2 into 23, which is 46. Now they're asking how much money did Alex have? So Alex had 4y. So we do 4 into 46, which is 424, 2 carry. So $184. So how much money Alex had? $184. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 20. Jack had 9 identical large cubes and some identical small cubes. He packs all the cubes tightly into a rectangular box such that the cubes of the same size are stacked on top of each other. The box is filled to its brim exactly. The figure below shows the first layer of the cubes packed in the box. The volume of the box is so much, 14976 cubic centimeters. the total volume of the 9 large cubes is 4/13 of the volume of the box. What is the volume of one small cube? Now, the total volume of the 9 cubes. So suppose these are the 9 cubes that have been placed. Okay, large cubes. So the total volume is 4/13 of the volume of the box. So what is the volume of the small cubes that are there? So we do 13 minus 4. Like if you look 1 minus 4 over 13. So 13 minus 4 is 9 over 13. So volume of the small boxes is 9 over 13 of the volume of the whole box. So 14,976. So we calculate. Calculators are allowed. So please make use of it. So 10368. That is the volume of these small boxes. You have to just do a little estimation here. If you see, these are here. How many boxes, how many small cubes will be there? So in the base layer, you have 3 into 4, 12. And how many layers will we have? We'll have 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So total, you will have 48 cubes. Correct? So you divide it by 48 small cubes. We divide by 48. So then we get this is the volume of each small cube. That's the answer. They're asking what is the volume of one small cube. It is 216. They could also ask what is the length of each cube. Then this you can just do a cube root and you'll find the answers. The answer for question 20 is 216. Question number 21. Figure 1 is a rectangle. JKLM is with a perimeter of 42. Figure 2 is made up of 4 rectangles and the shaded square QRST in the center. The area of the square QRST is 169. Find the length of JM in centimeters. So the area here is 169. So area of the square is side into side. So 169 is the square of 13. Right? So all these are 13. Now we need to find the length of JM. Okay. These are identical rectangles means until here it's 13 and you need to find the value of x, right? So again, same thing. This is 13 plus x here. Okay. Now, the perimeter here is 42. So what is perimeter of a rectangle? 2 times length plus breadth, which is 42 is equal to 2 length plus breadth. So we can say 21 is length plus breadth. So the dimensions of this and this has to be 21. Now we already know that this has to be more than 13. Correct? This has to be more than 13. Now if you see here, this length and this length has to be equal, right? Like 13 plus x and this is x. So 13 plus x has to be 21. Like 13 plus x is the length and x is the breadth. So we do 13 plus 2x equals to 21. 2x equals to 21 minus 13. So x equals to 8. 2x equals to 8, therefore x equals to 4. So what is the length of JM? The length of JM is 4 centimeters. So that's the answer. Let's go on to the next question. Question 22. The ratio of the number of men to the number of women was 3:4. There were 12 more women than children. After 1/3 of the men, 1/2 of the women, and 1/4 of the children left, there were 425 people remaining. How many people were there at first? Now let's just assume the number of men are 3x, number of women are 4x, and the number of children, let me just write that properly. Number of children is 4x, there were 12 more women, so number of children is 4x minus 12. We can also write 4x minus 3, right? Now these were in the beginning, then how many of them left? So 1/3 of 3x left. So x left, how many were remaining? 2x, correct? Then for the woman, half of 4x left. So 2x left. How much was remaining? 2x. Correct. Then in case of children, 1/4 of children left. So x minus 3 left. So how many are remaining? X minus 3. So you have 4x minus 12 minus x plus 3. So you have 3x minus 9. So these are remaining. Now, the question says there were 425 people remaining. This adds up to 425. So we have 2x plus 2x plus 3x minus 9 is equal to 425. So 4x, so 7x minus 9 is equal to 425. Therefore, 7x equals to 434. Therefore, x equals to 434 over 7, which is 62. So x is 62. Now, they're saying how many people were there at first. So total of this is equal to 7 plus 4, 11x minus 12. So you do 11 into 62 minus 12, which is 182 minus 12, which is 0. I'm sorry. This is 682 minus 12, so that will be 670. So the answer is 670 for question 22. Question 23, the first four figures of a pattern are shown below. The length of each side of a cube in the pattern is 3 centimeter. What is the difference in the volume of the cubes in pattern 11 and pattern 12? Now let's see, pattern 1, pattern 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now the number of cubes in pattern 1 are 2. This is just number and this is number of cubes in pattern. Let's just see, this is pattern. Okay, this is 2. Then here you have 6. Then here you have 4, 6. So this is 12. And what is in pattern 4? So 8. So that is 10. So that is 20. Okay, now if you see here, the difference between the numbers, this is 4. This is 6. This is 8. So what does that mean? The difference here between the numbers will be 10. So you do 20 plus this 30. The difference here will be 12. So you do 30 plus 12, which is 42. The difference here is 14, like 14, 16. That's how the pattern is. So this is 18, this is 20, this is 22, this is 24. So you do 42 plus 14, you will get 56, 56 plus 16, you will get 72, 72 plus 18, you will get a 90, 90 plus 20 is 110. This is 132. So actually, you can calculate this, but in this case, you don't have to calculate the top ones. They're just asking what is the difference in the volume. So the difference in the volume between the 11th and the 12th pattern will be 24. So even if you just find out this, you will get your answer. You don't have to calculate the upper parts like these parts. So the difference in volumes is 24. So the answer for 23 is 24. Question number 12, the ratio of the number of teachers to students in the Sunshine School is 1:12. Aunt Lisa baked 1,800 cookies for all the students and teachers during Children's Day. She gave each teacher 4 more cookies. Then each student, the students received 4 more cookies than the teacher received 4 more cookies than each student. The students received 4 times as many cookies as the teacher. So there are too many conditions here. Now let's just assume the ratio for teachers to students is x. Let's just say 1:12. So x over 12x. So let's say the teachers are x and the number of students are 12x. That is 1. This is on number. Now, if you see, they have given total number of cookies is 1,800 and the relationship here is this, that the students receive 4 times as many cookies as the teacher. So number of cookies received by, say, students is 4 times. So that means, let's just say if we can do a model method, or we can just say number of cookies received by students is 4y and number of cookies received by the teachers is just y. And the relationship here is 4y plus y is 1,800. So 5y is equal to 1,800. Therefore, y is equal to 1,800 by 5. So 5 3s are 15. So 360. So that means the total number of cookies received by the teachers is 360 and total number of cookies received by the students is 1440. Correct? Now, yeah. So now what they are saying is, she gave each teacher 4 more cookies than each student. So, okay. So now we make this grid to understand the relationship here. So we say number of students, teachers. So if teachers are X, students are 12X. And number of cookies each student is getting is Z. So the number of cookies each teacher is getting is Z plus 4. The total number of cookies that all the students are getting is 1440, and the number of cookies all the teachers are getting is 360. Now, since there are two variables involved, it's better to make a table. So now let's just start the equation. So 12xz is equal to 1440. Therefore, xz is equal to 1440 divided by 12. So you will get 120. So xz is equal to 120. Now we put this in the other equation, which is xz plus 4 is equal to 360. So you have xz plus 4x equals to 360. We put the value of xz as 120 plus 4x equals to 360. Therefore, 4x equals to 240. Therefore, x equals to 60. So finally, x is equal to 60. So how many teachers are there in the school? There are 60 teachers in the school. So that's the answer for 24. Let's move on. There are a lot of other questions to be done. Question number 25. Mr. Wu earned 8,500 in January. He spent 60% of his earnings and saved the rest. In February, his earnings decreased. He reduced his spending by 15% and saved the rest. In the end, he saved 25% of his earnings in February. What was Mr. Wu's earnings in February? So now the information that we have in January, his earnings was 8,500. He spent 60%, which is 60% of 8,500, which is 5,100, and he saved the rest. So that is 40% minus 8,500. So he saved 3,400. Now in February, we don't know his earnings. So assuming his February earnings are, say, F. So what has happened is he saved 25% of his earnings. So he saved 0.25 of F. So that means he spent 0.75 of F. 0.75% means 75% of F, which is this, and 25% of F, which is 0.25 F. So this is the information. Now we need to find a correlation. Now what they're saying is, in February, his earnings decreased, so there has to be a decrease here, and he reduced his spending by 15%. Okay, so 15% of this is how much? So 5,100, we can do this. So 15, he reduced his spending by 15% means he spent, okay, let's just do it like this one. So 15%, so 15 ones are 15. I carry 15 5 is 75. 765. So 15% was reduced. So how much had he spent? So 5100 minus 765 is equal to 4335. So now that means that this his spending was 4335. So if you solve this equation, 0.f is equal to 4335. Therefore, f is equal to 4335 over 0.75. So you get f as 5780. So how much was his earnings in February? It was 5780. Question number 26. Kenneth stacked two 50-cent coins and four 10-cent coins is shown in the figure. He found that two stacks of coins have the same height. He then stacked an unknown number of such 50-cent coins and 10-cent coins and 20-cent coins to the same height as shown. The value of all the 50-cent and 10-cent coins is this much. The height of each 20-cent coin is 3/5 of the height of each 50-cent coins. Find the value of all the 20-cent coins. Now, if you see the relationship here, so what is the height? Like for example, if the height of 50-cent coins is x, then the height of 10-cent coins is 2x, correct? Or the number of coins, like in this case, if the total number of coins was say y, total number of 50-cent coins is y, then the total number of 10-cent coins will be 2y, correct? The number, because of the height, you'll have to have double. So for example, if you had 10 coins, you will have 20 coins of 10 cents, right? So now you have a relationship here. So let's just find the value or the number of coins for each of them. So 50 cent, we'll just take 50 cents. Number of coins is y plus 2y into 10 cents, which is 2520. We've converted everything into cents. So 55 plus 20y is equal to 2520. Therefore, 70y is equal to 2520. Therefore, y is equal to 2520 over 70, which is 36. So the total number of coins, 5-cent coins in the stack is 36. And here, the total number of 10-cent coins is 72. Now, now we need to find what is the height of each one of them. Now the relationship between this is, so the total height here is, so x is equal to 3/5 of x, like the height of the 20-cent coins is this. Now the total height of the total height of y coins here was the total height of 36 coins. Now we have the total height of 36 coins. Now let the total number of 20 cents coins, let's just be A. Just for example, the total number of coins which are stacked here. Correct? This is the height of 20 cents coins, which is 3/5 of x. Now the total height of 36 coins here is 36x, correct? So, which is equal to the total height of a number of coins, correct? So, we don't know the number of coins, but the height here is what? A number of coins into 3/5 of x, correct? Because the height of each 20-cent coins is 3 over 5x. Now, let's just solve this. X and x gets cancelled. So, A is equal to 36 into 5 over 3. So the total number of 20-cent coins is 60 coins. This is 60 coins, but they're not asking number of coins. They're saying what is the value. So what is the value of 60 coins into 0.20? It is $12. So the answer for this question is $12. The answer for question 27 is, let's just see. The answer for question 27 is 139. Question 28. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, JK, LM, LN, OP, and QR, SK are squares. Angle NKO is 110 degrees. SOP is 130 degrees. Find angle LNK. So LNK, I have to find this angle. Now, since they are all squares, this is already 90 degrees. Correct? LNK. Okay, so this is 90 degree. If I can find this angle in this angle, then also I can find this. This is 90 degree. Now, in this case, this is 130 and this is a straight line. So this will be 50 because this will be 180 minus 50 degrees. Okay, so, sorry, 180 minus 130 degrees. So let me write this down. 180 minus 130 degrees. So I'll get 50. Now, this is a rectangle. This is a part of a square. So this is 90 degree. So if this is 50 degree, then this will be 40 degrees. Correct. Now, if this is 40 and this is 110, so we use angle sum property to do this, which is 150. So this becomes 30 degrees. Now, if this is 30 degree, this angle is also 90 degree because they are part of a square. So this one will be 90 minus 30, which is 60 degrees. So what is the angle LNK? It is 60 degrees. Question number 29. On Monday, Tina jogged around the park once along the jogging track at an average speed of 12 km for 20 minutes and 10 km per hour for 1 hour 15 minutes. On Tuesday, Tina and her brother jogged around the same park along the jogging track. They started at the same point but in opposite directions. Tina jogged at an average speed of 14 km per hour, while her brother jogged at an average of 16 km per hour. At what time would they meet if they started jogging at 6:45? Give your answer in 24-hour format. Now, if you see this, let's just calculate for Monday. Okay, along. So what is the total distance that Tina covered? So distance 1 is 12 km for 20 minutes. So that is 4 kilometers. And distance 2 is 10 km per hour for 1 hour 15 minutes, which is 60 plus so 75 minutes. So that is 12.5. Total distance is 16.5. So the total distance of the track here is 16.5 kilometers. So that's one information. On Tuesday, Tina and her brother jogged around the same park along the jogging track. They started at the same point but in opposite directions. Tina jogged at an average speed of this and brother jogged at so much. So basically, suppose Tina is going like this. So Tina is here and her brother is here and they meet at a point. So that means they would cover the total distance. Okay. And we just need to find the average time. Like for example, Tina started here and so if she's faster, so suppose she took 30 minutes and this guy is a little slower. So this will also take 30 minutes. So they'll start at the same time and they meet at a point and they would have covered the entire path. So what do we do is the total distance is this and the total time or the total speed, we have to find it. I'm sorry. So the total speed is because they are jogging in opposite directions. We add the speed as 30 kilometer per hour. So the time is distance over speed. So we get 33. No, that will be 0.55 hours. Now they're asking, this is 0.55 hours. Let's just convert this into minutes into 60. So you'll get 33 minutes. So we add 33 minutes here. So 15 here. So 7 o'clock and is 18. So it will be 7:18. So give your answer in the 24-hour clock. It will still be 7:18 a.m. So the answer is 7:18. Question number 30. A rectangular tank was completely filled with water. The tank was fixed in the position shown. A partition was placed in the tank. There was an outlet at the base of the tank as shown. When the outlet was unplugged at 4 p.m., the water flowed out at the rate of 6 liters per minute. At what time did the water stop draining out of the tank? So what we need to understand is, see, there is an outlet here and this is the partition. So this, whatever water was in this part of the tank, they will not flow because, it will be obstructed by the partition. All the other part of the water will flow here, right? So we just need to find that. So volume of the tank, let us write properly. So volume of the tank is 80 into 120 into 60, which is 576 centimeter cube. So you can convert them into liters. So it is 576 liters because they're asking 6 liters per minute. So 576 liters. Now, what is the volume of this area, which is covered by the partition? So it is 40 plus 10. So this becomes 50. So let's just calculate volume of partition or volume of the shaded area here. Shaded part here. So that will be 50. This 50 into 40 into 60. So 20. So 120 plus 3 zeros. Correct? So this is 120 liters. So now what is the water that will get drained? Is 576 minus 120, which is 4 0. So 456. It will be 456 liters. And now the time required will be 456 over 6 liters per minute. So 456 divided by 6. So it will be 76 minutes. We want to add this up. So that is 60 minutes and 16 minutes. So this is 1 hour, 16 minutes. So we add this to this clock. So it is, since it is PM, it is 16 hours. And so that will be 17 hours and 16 minutes. So the answer will be 1716. That is how you have to feed in. Question number 31. The figure below shows a square ABCD. The length of ED is 2/3 of the length of AD. And the area of the triangle BCF is 27 centimeter square. BCF is 27. And this is 3/5 of the area of triangle AEF. AEF, right? So the area of BCF is 27. So BCF is 27, which is 3/5 of AEF. So if we find area of AEF, it will be 27 into 5 divided by 3. So it is 45 centimeter square. Now, if you see this, then they're also saying that length of ED is 2/3 of AD. Okay, ED is 2/3. So the total, this is say 5x. ED is not 5x. So suppose this is modes of AD. So if AD is 3x, ED is 2x, and this is x. Okay. Now let's just make one equation. So this is the this is 3x. So this is also 3x, and the total area was 27. So can we find the height here? So 27 is equal to 3. Okay, now let's just, because we don't know the height, so let's just name the height as y, and this one will be 3x minus y, because this whole thing is 3x. So now if we find a connection here, so we have 3xy over 2 is equal to 27. Therefore, xy is equal to 27 into 2. So this is area of triangle BCF. Let me just write it. So area of triangle BCF is base into height divided by 2. So we take the base as 3x, height as y, into 2 is equal to 27. Therefore, 3xy is equal to 54. Therefore, xy is equal to 80. This is one relationship. Then we find the same thing for triangle AEF. So area of triangle AEF was base is x into 3x minus y over 2. Correct? So this is 45 is equal to 3x squared minus xy over 2. So this is 90 is equal to 3x squared minus xy. Now we take the value of xy from here. So we get 90 is equal to 3x squared minus 18. So 18 goes here. So 3x squared equals to 108. Therefore, x squared is equal to 108 over 3. That is 3 3s are 9, 36. Therefore, x equals to 6. So this is 6. So this is 12. So the total length AB, or since it's a square, all sides are equal, this is 18. So the answer for 31 is 18. The last question, question 32. The figure is made up of a quadrant and a semicircle. C is the midpoint of the arc of the semicircle. The ratio of the length of BC to the length of CD is 2:3. Using the pi value of the calculator, find the area of the shaded parts of the figure. Give your answer correct to the nearest dollar. Now, in this case, this is the quadrant. Okay, and they have given us the information. Now, if you see here, uh, you can break down this figure. I can find the area of the whole quadrant, okay, because the radius is given, and then I can break this up into three figures. So I can find the area of this rectangle, this triangle, and this triangle. Then if I subtract it from the area of the quadrant, I'll find the area of the shaded figure. So let's just start. Now, this and this are the same radius of the circle. So if this is 40, this whole thing is also 40. So this becomes 12, which is 40 minus 28, right? Now, they are also saying that this is the midpoint of the arc of the semicircle. So this is the midpoint. So that means this becomes the center. So if this is 12, so this is 12, and this is the radius, so this will also be 12, and this will also be 12. Okay, now if this is 12, the ratio of length BC to CD, so BC to CD is 2:3. So BC is 12, so CD has to be 18. So this is 18, so we just draw a line like this. So that means this part is 30 and this is 40, so you get 10 here. And opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, so we get 28. Now we have found all the dimensions. Let's do the calculation. So area of the quadrant is equal to pi r square over 4. So pi is 22 over 7 into r square, 40 square over 4. So I'll get this as 1 to pi 7.4. Then let's just name them as M and O for identification. So what is area of rectangle M? It is 30 into 28, which is 840, which I have to subtract. Then what is area of triangle N? So we have this is 28 into 10 divided by 2. So that's 140. And area of triangle O, which is, this is the base, this is the height. So 12 into 30 divided by 2. So that is 180. So we subtract all these. So I'll get the area of the shaded part, which is 1257 minus 840 minus 140 minus 180. So we'll get 97.14. We are rounding this off to 97, which is the nearest whole number. So the answer for question 32 is 97. I hope you like this video. Do let me know if you want me to solve any other question. Thank you for watching.